Do you use more than 2 sets of T's when creating an event? Do you need to use the USGA 3-5 rule of adjusting for handicap differences? If so, under Tools, Handicap, and Handicap Central, you can assign up to 10 sets of T's for a particular event. When Handicap Central is open, you have a powerful tool to handle all your handicapping needs for an event. Our first thing we're going to do is assign a column as a designator column. The designator is going to be what indicates to the system a particular set of T's a player may play on. For this example, I'm going to choose the S1, but any column can be used as a designator column. Our next job is to set a T for a particular group, particular players. First, there are 10 sets of groups that we can set T's for by simply clicking on Select T, choosing the T from our drop-down menu, and clicking on Select. This will put a T in here for the designator in Group 1, and this group will be playing from the blue T's. Our player list currently has 80 players, and the majority of our players are going to be playing from the blues. So I've decided I'm going to leave the S1 blank for all the people that are playing from the blue sets of T's. This will give less work in the end, having to assign numbers or letters to particular players and groups to play from different sets of T's. Group 2 is going to play from the green set of T's, and we're going to give them the designator in the S1 column of 1. Group 3 is going to play from the white set of T's, and we're going to give them the designator column of 2. And Group 4 is going to be playing from the gold set of T's, and we're going to give them the designator of 3 in the S1 column. So, if we wanted to now, we could assign handicaps based on the specific set of T's, and by creating player handicaps, you'll know that T's have been assigned to those players in the handicap column with their handicap from those specific set of T's. Based on the USGA recommendations, if you want to make final adjustments based on the ratings, checkmarking this box will allow you to do that. If we were to just simply click on Adjust Final Handicap Differences ratings right now, when I click on Create Player Handicaps, the handicaps will be adjusted, and these handicaps will go from 66.6 in the rating to 71.5. Any player playing from 71.5, their handicap will be adjusted by the difference of 66.6 and 71.5. If we now look at it, you can see that this player jumped from 19 to 25 based on the information because he's playing from the blue set of T's. If I want to adjust the ratings down, it'll now take 71.5 and subtract to 66.6, and anybody playing from the gold set of T's will lose 5 shots. So if we currently look at the system, this player who's a 2 handicap is going to be playing from the gold set of T's. When I create on the information, he's going to go to a plus handicap, and anybody who's playing from the blue set of T's will get their normal handicap from the blue set of T's. If I choose and want to have a neutral set of T's, these players would go up and these players would go down based on the ratings of 68.1. There is no right way or wrong way to do this based on the USGA recommendations, but as a general rule, most people will do handicapping that affects the lowest number of players in the player list, and usually are those who are adjusting going down. I'm going to recalculate the handicap, so everybody's just assigned their handicap based on their set of T's without any adjustments. Our next option is player options for handicaps. Once you select a particular format, whether it's Match Play or Pinehurst, the USGA will give us recommendations based on that information. You can choose to follow that information, or if you need to or want to, you can add your own percentages. For this demo, let's select all players, and let's make a handicap adjustment for those players to 80%. Based on the recommendations of the USGA, we're going to use their tables. And because this is an event where we're not using the full course handicap, and we often get questions on this, I'm going to go ahead and save the full course handicap to the S4 column, and in the handicap column will now be their 80% handicap. When I create player handicaps, you'll notice that in the S4 is the player's 100% handicap, and here's the adjusted 80% handicap of each player. You can use this information on reports with both the handicaps on there, or you can put this information onto the scorecards. If we're later going to choose and we're going to do handicaps for team options, we can do the same as well. If we want to calculate team handicaps, we can do that by checkmarking the calculate and display team handicaps. We can sum the adjusted handicaps if we use a percentage. We can use the combined percentage of the players' handicaps of the team. In this case, we're going to use 20% of the total combined handicap of the team. We're going to take the number out to the hundredths, and we want to write the total team handicap into the total column so we can use this number on the scorecards. Creating team handicaps will now create the handicaps based on our information, based on what we want to do. The 100% handicap of the player is in the handicap column. The information for the player and the team is now in the total column at 20% of the combined total handicap. Using Handicap Central, you have a powerful tool to do handicapping for all your events, up to 10 sets of tees. Thank you, and have a great day.